Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Fix Your English. This is part 2 of the story, The Wrong Message. If you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch it first. Now, let's continue. I looked at my phone again. The chat was still open. I didn't know why, but I felt curious, very curious. A stranger, but somehow easy to talk to. A few seconds later, he replied, "What happened?" I stared at the message. I thought for a moment. Then I started typing slowly. "We had an argument this morning. I said things I didn't mean. I think I hurt her." I pressed send. My fingers felt a little cold. Why was I telling this to a stranger? I didn't understand myself. He replied quickly, "That happens. Sometimes we hurt people when we are stressed." I read his message twice. It felt calm, simple, but real. "Yeah," I typed. "But now she is not answering." He replied, "Maybe she just needs time." I leaned back in my chair. Time. Maybe he was right, but I still felt uncomfortable. Then I asked something. "Why are you helping me?" I didn't expect a fast reply, but he answered immediately. "Because I know how it feels." That answer made me pause. "What do you mean?" I typed. There was a short silence. 10 seconds? 20 seconds? Then, "I lost someone because of words I said." I felt something in my chest, something heavy. I didn't know what to say, so I just typed, "I'm sorry." He replied, "It's okay. It was a long time ago." But somehow, it didn't feel okay. There was something deeper, something he was not saying. Then suddenly, he asked me a question. "Do you trust people easily?" I looked at the screen. That question felt strange. "Not really," I replied. "What about you?" He didn't answer immediately this time. The typing icon appeared, then disappeared, then appeared again. Finally, he wrote, "I used to." Used to. That word stayed in my mind. Something was off. I could feel it now. The conversation was changing, slowly, quietly. Then he sent another message. "Where are you right now?" My eyes narrowed. That question was different. I hesitated. Should I answer? It felt too personal, too direct. "I'm at home," I typed. I didn't want to give details. He replied, "Alone?" My heart skipped a beat. Why would he ask that? I didn't like that question. Not at all. I didn't answer immediately. Something inside me said, "Stop." But another part of me said, "It's okay. It's just a conversation." So I typed, "Yes." A few seconds later, he replied, "That's good." I froze. "That's good?" I whispered. Now something was definitely wrong. The room suddenly felt quiet. Too quiet. I looked around. Everything was normal, but I didn't feel normal. Not anymore. I looked back at my phone. Another message appeared. "You should be careful." My heart started beating faster. "Careful? Why?" I typed. No answer. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. Nothing. Then suddenly, my phone vibrated again. A new message. "I can see you." My heart stopped. For a second, I couldn't move. I slowly turned my head back to the window. The street was still empty, but now it didn't feel safe anymore. Not at all. This was part 2 of the story. In part 3, you will find out the truth. Who is Daniel, and how does he know everything? See you in part 3.